All is now set for the 2019 presidential inauguration as President Muhammadu Buhari takes oath for second term in office. President Muhammadu Buhari reappraises strategies for tackling Nigeria's security challenges, met with the service chiefs. Minister of Budget presents 2019 budget breakdown, promises effective funding of critical projects by the federal government. We begin the news from the Eagle Square, where activities for the presidential inauguration will hold tomorrow, Wednesday. During there, reports that the Nigerian Television Authority will also transmit the event live.
Flag is already flying high to demonstrate the mood in the city. Another history-making event in the life of a nation. The chairman of the Presidential Inauguration Committee, who also doubles as the secretary to the government of the Federation, says all arrangements are in top gear to ensure a smooth and itch-free celebration.
All the other equipment that ought to be in place, the drills, logistics of moving people, busing people from the pickup points, and also the diversions of the routines. By and large, we are good to go.
Yeah. Who are the people expected here to be here tomorrow?
Extended the invitation to the entire spectrum of our society. You can see that we have even made provision for people that are suffering one form of disability or the other. So we're prepared to receive the whole spectrum of Nigerians.
From the Eagle Square in Abuja, doing Dia NT News.
All is now set for the inauguration of President Muhammadu Buhari for a second term of 4 years. The event is to take place at Eagle Square, Abuja, by 10 in the morning. Guests are, however, expected to be seated by 9 o'clock. Provision has been made by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, for those unable to have access to the venue to watch proceedings live at the Millennium Park. Meanwhile, officials attending the presidential inauguration Wednesday, May 29, have been advised to adhere strictly to the various car parks designated. Statement by the chairman of the Presidential Inauguration Committee, Boss Mustafa, indicates that the designated car parks are the Millennium Tower Car Park, Old Parade Ground Area 10, Garki, Millennium Car Park, while the Eagle Square Car Park is for dignitaries with gold cards. Others are the Supreme Court Car Park and the Court of Appeal Car Park for evening events. Similarly, all accredited journalists for the coverage of the presidential inauguration are to converge at the car park nearest to them, from where buses will convey them to the Eagle Square by 8 Wednesday morning. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has described the slow pace in which corrupt persons are prosecuted and appropriately punished as a major frustration of his administration in its efforts at stamping out corruption in the country for sustainable growth and development of the economy. Responding to questions in a special interview he granted to the NTA, the president, however, vowed to be decisive and ruthless in dealing with economic saboteurs and other criminal elements at the next level. Status correspondent Adam Musambo reports.
And I'm begging God to lead me and make me succeed.
During the no-holds-barred exclusive interview that lasted 25 minutes, President Muhammadu Buhari addressed a wide range of issues regarding his person, politics and governance. On the fight against corruption, one of the cardinal objectives of his administration, the president said, although substantial asset recoveries have been made from both within and outside the country, the pace of prosecuting and punishing the corrupt is rather slow.
It's taking too long, by my own hope, to see that people are punished, those who have frustrated the economic development of the country. That's my biggest frustration, really.
Hope, he however said, is not lost, as the federal government under his watch will not give up until corruption and criminal activities inimical to the growth and development of the country are brought to a halt.
So is it a confirmation that we are likely to see more of a General Buhari? Next level.
Well, I don't know what you make of me, but if you...
That you're going to be more ruthless.
Well, all those who call me Baba go slow, they will see whether I'm slow or fast.
What does that mean, sir?
It means that I will persuade the police and the judiciary to be hard. And where I uncover that they are not hard, I will try and trace who is responsible for the slowness. We are making noise that we want people to come and invest their money. Who will bring his money when his general manager or his own will be abducted? My message to Nigerians is they should please expose the criminals in their neighborhoods to help the government clear the country. This is what will move Nigeria forward. You cannot accommodate criminals in your neighborhood and start blaming government, glibly blaming government that nothing is being done.
The police and the judiciary, he emphasized, will be made much more efficient to effectively discharge their mandates in the greater interest of all Nigerians.
The police in every major town and city in this country, as I said, they were not given the uniform and the rifle to salute to impress anybody, but to secure the people.
Although the armed forces have succeeded in degrading the Boko Haram insurgency and keeping the country together, President Buhari insists that a lot is still expected from them.
I'm used to very high standards. I told you I did all the commands and so on, from second lieutenant to general and commands all over. I'm still expecting more.
In the build-up to the last general elections, sustained efforts have been made to scuttle President Buhari's chances of getting re-elected, especially by the nation's elite to which he belongs.
Did you feel betrayed?
No, I found out that the elite are just for themselves. They want to impress on the population, on majority of Nigerians, that they do dictate the terms. That's why I didn't so much bother about what they feel and what they threaten they could do. And I'm very pleased that I proved myself right.
So who is Muhammadu Buhari?
I think I went through hell, so I'm fully qualified as a suffering Nigerian.
President Muhammadu Buhari appreciated Nigerians for not only putting him under the microscope at all times, but also sustaining their trust and confidence in him, which he promised never to betray. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
With less than 24 hours to his inauguration, President Muhammadu Buhari Tuesday spent more than 6 hours with Nigeria's security chiefs, reappraising the strategies mapped out to stamp out security challenges across the country. State House correspondent Jide Onifade has the report.
The president, about a fortnight ago, had similar meeting with the nation's security chiefs, and the Tuesday meeting was to further appraisal on the actions taken after that meeting. Concern had been on the spate of insecurity, particularly armed banditry, kidnapping and robbery in the country. The briefings at this meeting show that there had been better responses from the military and the security agencies.
This is particularly because of the improved synergy amongst the various agencies that are providing information and intelligence. Furthermore, we have also had members of the public voluntarily offer information to the areas of the security challenges. I think on the whole, Mr. President was happy with the situation and the effort that the armed services and the security agencies are carrying out to tackle the security challenges.
Another area of concern is the free flow of arms into the country.
That's an area that Mr. President has directed that we do all that we can as well to ensure that we plug the gaps and those security areas that we also need to address.
And as the nation prepares for the inauguration of the president a few hours from now, the Chief of Naval Staff says that the security agencies are fully prepared for a hitch-free inauguration. In the State House, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has again expressed optimism that if national assets and abundant resource potentials were properly utilized, Nigeria would have been prosperous and peaceful. He reiterated this while receiving an audience the board of Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, led by its group chairman, Mr. Emmanuel Ikazobo. State House correspondent Adna Musambu reports.
The poverty and insecurity we are experiencing today is a result of decades of neglect and resource mismanagement.
As the most populous and resource nation on the continent of Africa, President Muhammadu Buhari said Nigeria maintains a unique position and therefore shouldn't have found itself in this unfortunate situation. His administration, he however said, is determined to reverse this trend of squandermania.
And indeed, we have made progress in some areas such as agriculture. May I, in this connection, appeal to Ecobank to institute a special fund to develop agriculture. That will cement your legacy as a bank which helped transform this region's economic fortunes.
He said the governing APC will remain committed to its goals of securing the country, fighting corruption, as well as achieving inclusive economic growth.
I am particularly pleased to see that your bank is very active in promoting financial inclusion. This is key to our economic diversification agenda. I want to assure you of our continued support to ensure you and indeed the entire banking sector achieve your goals.
On the request by the bank for decongestion of Apapa ports and rebuilding of the transnational Lagos-Badagry semi-road, President Buhari said action has already been taken and people will start seeing results during his second term of office. The group chairman of the board of Ecobank, Mr. Emmanuel Ikazobo, disclosed that the bank, founded 30 years ago, is now operating in 40 countries with over 20 million customers, 8 million of them Nigerians. President Buhari's re-election, he said, is a testimony of the hard work done, saying the reforms embarked upon by the administration across sectors will have deep and long-term impact on Nigeria and Africa. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has, in compliance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, submitted his assets declaration forms to the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, which by law must precede his oath-taking slated for Wednesday, 29th of this month. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, announced that duly completed forms were submitted to the Chairman of the CCB, Professor Muhammad Isa, on behalf of President Buhari by Sadiki Abba, Senior Special Assistant, Household and Domestic Affairs. The forms are signed by the President and sworn to before a judge of the Abuja High Court showed no significant changes in assets as declared in 2015 by President Buhari. There are no new houses, no new bank accounts at home and abroad, and there are no new shares acquired. The chairman of the CCB commended President Buhari for leading by example by declaring his assets in accordance with the law. The federal government is soliciting greater support, understanding and cooperation from traditional rulers and religious leaders in the task of securing the country and maintaining the peace. President Muhammadu Buhari made the passionate appeal while hosting the two groups from across the country to the breaking of the Ramadan fast. While acknowledging the tremendous influence and limitless outreach of both the monarchs and members of the clergy in their various communities, President Buhari urged them to do much more in maintaining peace and security. This, he said, is necessary towards achieving any meaningful and sustainable development.
I have been getting in touch more often than normal with the law enforcement agencies, the police who are in the front line, and the military. But again, I know what the traditional institutions are capable of doing in every locality. I'm seeking for more cooperation from you. And I assure you, as you mentioned, and this is my second term, I will try and ride as fast as I can so that I can leave something behind.
Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, Oni of Ife, Oba Ade Ogunsi, and Reverend Israel Akaji, who represented the national president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, commended the Nigerian leader for his efforts and taking Nigeria to the next level. They promised continued support, prayers, guidance, and understanding required towards achieving the objectives.
On behalf of traditional institutions here, leadership here, we give you our total support. Count on us as stakeholders, as your partners, as your foot soldiers, that will stay with you and spread the words that you have always preached of fighting corruption, fighting injustice, fighting whatever is evil, and striving for development in this great country.
All the traditional rulers here are really willing and are ready to work with you, because we know that this next 4 years is a very important years in terms of what our country will look like, in terms of our image and in terms of the progress we're going to make. We are ready to support you.
I think religious leaders, they have a lot to contribute to the stability of our country, to peace building in Nigeria. So, Mr. President, forget all you did. Let it be as if you have not done anything. Press on, until that Nigeria of your prayer and dream comes to reality. And we will continue to support you in that.
Traditional rulers there and members of the Nigerian clergy at a breakfast meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. Still to come on Network News, 2 chambers of the National Assembly passed the 2019 Federal Capital Territory Appropriation Bill. Development of satellite towns in focus. Stay with us.
The clock is ticking. It's the signal for the inauguration of the 16th President of Nigeria and 5th President in the 4th Nigerian Republic.
Nigerians are set to mark the beginning of the second term of Muhammadu Buhari as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The first term saw the most massive critical infrastructural development, agricultural revolution, war against corruption, tackling insecurity, and unprecedented social investment programs. Our opportunity to keep moving our country on the path to a prosperous future. It's the next level for the Nigerian people. This is our time as Nigerians. Come, let us celebrate the next level with Muhammadu Buhari, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Date, Wednesday, 29th May 2019. Venue, Eagle Square, Abuja. Time, 8 a.m. prompt. Roll out the drums. Come, let's celebrate.
Announcer Boss Gida Mustafa, Secretary to Government of the Federation and Chairman 2019 Presidential Inauguration Committee.
This is to inform invited guests that parking arrangements for vehicles have been made for the presidential inauguration ceremony scheduled to hold on Wednesday, 29th May 2019 at the Eagle Square. This is to ensure smooth and seamless movement during the occasion. Eagle Square car park is for dignitaries with gold cards. All other guests are expected to park their vehicles at the following designated parking and picking points: Millennium Tower Car Park, Old Parade Ground, Area 10, Garki, Millennium Car Park. The Supreme Court Car Park is for the evening event. Shuttle buses will convey guests to the Eagle Square for the inauguration event and return them to the various parking and picking points. Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman, 2019 Presidential Inauguration Committee. Announcer.
It's Ramadan. It's okay to share what you love. Ramadan Kareem from Indomie. Indomie Super Pack now available at 85 Naira.
As part of the activities marking the Presidential Inauguration 2019, a state banquet will be held in honor of Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, on Wednesday, 29th May 2019. Venue, State House Conference Center, Presidential Villa Abuja. Time 7 p.m. Guests are to be seated by 7 p.m. please. This event is strictly by invitation. Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman, 2019 Presidential Inauguration Committee. Announcer.
Mr. Shehu, are you okay?
I'm having pain, so this has been like this for the past 1 week.
Let me assist you to the hospital. You can't continue like this alone.
No. I want to go and see Baba Muslimi to give me some herbal mixture so that I can take. Because this hospital, the way they treat person, I'm not going to the hospital.
Mr. Shehu, that was in the past. With new patients' bill of rights, patients have the right to an urgent, immediate, and sufficient intervention and care. A right to complain and experience dissatisfaction where and when necessary. With the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, your consumers' rights are protected.
To lay your complaint, please contact any of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission's FCCPC offices closest to you with your complaints. You can also call our helplines at 0805 600 2020 or 0805 600 3030.
Please, let us go to the hospital. I'd like to experience this firsthand.
At FCCPC, you can rely on us to resolve your complaints effectively and efficiently.
Residents of the FCT are hereby advised of diversions at the Eagle Square for the Presidential Inauguration Day, 29th May 2019. Diversion A, Waterboard, Deeper Life Junction. Diversion B, Aso Drive by DSS Headquarters, DPO, Mpape. Diversion C, FCDA by Finance Headquarters. Diversion D, by Yelsa House. Diversion E, National Assembly. Diversion F, Ghana Transcorp Hilton Junction. Diversion G, Niletel Junction by Amadou Bello Way. Diversion H, Crew Mohammed by Benway House Plaza. Diversion I, NNPC Tower. Diversion J, Federal Secretariat Phase 3 under the bridge. Diversion K, Behind Foreign Affairs under the bridge. Diversion L, FCDA by POA. And then finally, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Expressway, intersection into Free Arm Zone. The road closure will be in effect from Tuesday 28 May by 12 midnight to Wednesday 29 May by 3 p.m. Motorists are please advised to make use of other alternative routes. Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman, 2019 Presidential Inauguration Committee.
One Football Confederation, 24 teams, 6 stadiums, 4 cities, 504 African stars, 1 trophy. The Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2019 comes alive from June 21 with the showpiece final on July 19, 2019. Watch the 52 matches of the tournament live on Africa's biggest and largest television network, NTA, in partnership with Hot Sports. Be part of the biggest soccer fiesta in the African continent as the Super Eagles go on a bold mission to clinch the prestigious title for the 4th time, to the excitement of millions of fans across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Nigeria's premier sports production and marketing group, Hot Sports, partners with the biggest, the largest, and the #1 television network in Africa, the NTA, to give Nigerians a memorable viewing experience. Boost fan support for the Super Eagles to glory in Egypt. For inquiries, please contact Abubakar on 0803-331-0175 and Felix on 0803-308-2375. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Thank you for remaining with the NTA. The federal government has commended the National Assembly for retaining the 500 billion naira budgetary provision under its social intervention program, which focuses on bridging the gap between the poor and the rich. This is contained in the breakdown of the 2019 budget by the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Udoma. Vivian Idegbefo reports.
The 2019 budget reflects the execution of key priorities of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, which include restored macroeconomic stability, agriculture and food security, energy sufficiency, transportation infrastructure, and industrialization. Although there are moderations in the document, like federal government spending, which is now 90.3 billion naira above the proposal, recurrent expenditure as non-debt is 4.07 trillion naira. Capital expenditure, which is inclusive of transfers and project-tied loans, is 31% of federal government expenditure, while 2.14 trillion naira earmarked for debt servicing constitutes 31% of revenue. Among the top 12 MDA's capital expenditure is to Federal Ministry of Power, Works and Housing with 394.91 billion naira. The Ministry of Interior has the highest recurrent allocation of 564.22 billion naira.
The President will engage with the new leadership of the National Assembly to address the funding of any of the projects whose allocations were reduced. We will do this by dialogue and engagement. Government will continue to create the enabling environment for the private sector to increase investment so as to increase productivity, create jobs, and stimulate further growth.
We have been able to release to ministries, departments, and agencies 1.263 trillion naira, and for capital supplementation, 309 billion naira. The total capital releases to date, therefore, is 1 trillion 573 billion naira, so 1.573 trillion naira.
The 2019 budget, like those of 2016, 2017 and 2018, is premised on the zero-based budget. It seeks to continue the reflationary policies that helped put the Nigerian economy back on the track of growth. In Abuja, Vivian Idegbefo, NTA News.
The Senate passed the 2019 Federal Capital Territory Appropriation Bill of 243.3 billion naira. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Nko reports that 24.1 billion naira is for development of satellite towns.
14 days to the winding down of the 8th National Assembly, Senate at Tuesday's plenary dedicated its time to putting finishing touches, especially to items that need urgent attention. Prominent among them is the 2019 Federal Capital Territory budget.
Expansion and rehabilitation of Outer Northern Expressway and Airport Expressway. The sum of 1.5 billion naira is earmarked for the completion of the above two major roads.
The National Tobacco Regulation Bill and the Federal College of Forestry Technology and Research Akampa Establishment Bills were also passed. Senate approved the request by the President for a loan request of $266 million United States dollars from the World Bank and Islamic Development Bank for Niger State, and the report of its Committee on Petroleum Downstream for the settlement of inherited local debt to petroleum marketers. Senate Leader Ahmed Lawan rose under matter of personal explanation to draw the attention of his colleagues on the plight of Nigerian children and the need for improved school enrollment and health care for Nigerian children as they celebrate their day.
The next National Assembly should really commit itself to ensuring that this basic education thing that is supposed to be free is implemented to the letter.
Parents must be held responsible to ensure that their children must go to school.
Senate has adjourned to Thursday, the 30th of May 2019. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nko, NTA News.
Similarly, budgetary approval of more than 243 billion naira was made for the FCT for the 2019 financial year at the House of Representatives Tuesday's plenary. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
Balance of 130,720,897,160 9 naira only is for capital projects for the service of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
Other bills passed by House members include the Nigeria Petroleum Industry Governance and Institutional Framework Bill, which seeks to create clear separation between policy, regulatory and commercial institution. Meanwhile, the lawmakers also approved recommendations of the ad hoc committee that investigated the utilization of the 350 billion naira National Resources Fund, one of which states that core ministries involved in the project should reflect annually in the appropriation bill the amount they intend to draw from the fund to avoid duplication in order to
certain federal government investments and proceeds for minerals and steel development.
The Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, after the House concluded proceedings on several legislative items, announced that the House, in concert with the Senate, has set June 6, 2019 for valedictory sitting of the 8th Assembly. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
Stock market holds sales pressure as the NSE all-share index finally turns positive. Amina Nujani is here with details on business news. Give out the details, Amina.
Thank you, Mohammed. The federal government is vigorously tackling the challenge of revenue generation. With a low tax to GDP ratio, key reforms are being implemented with increased vigor to improve revenue collection, address challenges, while sensitizing the process of tax administration in the country. Babatunde Fowler, chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, while speaking on NTA's Business Express, expressed satisfaction with the changing situation.
From 10 million people and corporate organizations on the Joint Tax Board, we moved to 20 million last year. We expect to move to about 45 million before the middle of this year. That will certainly widen the tax net. In terms of the World Bank ranking in the ease of payment of taxes, over the last 2 years, we've moved positively 25 places. In 2018, we moved 14 places, and 2017, 11 places, meaning that our ranking as a country has improved.
And the equities market closed Tuesday on a positive note as investors gained 489.91 billion naira as stock market holds sell pressures. The all-share index appreciated by more than 3% to close at 31,307 basis points. Its year-to-date return stands at minus 0.39%. Market capitalization increased to 13.789 trillion naira. A total of 344 million shares were traded in 4,456 deals. This was worth 7.270 billion naira. Guarantee recorded the highest volume of 671 million traded stocks. This was followed by Zenith Bank with 52.1 million and FBNH with 44.68 million. 99 equities participated in trading with 30 gainers and 6 losers. And Mohammed, that's it from the business desk.
Thank you, Amina. In other news, the proper use of artificial intelligence to strengthen output and optimal deliveries is the thrust of the 14th edition of the Chartered Accountants Conference, Northern Zone. Oyemi Ajayi reports that the conference focuses on the theme, Emerging Technologies and Future of Accounting Practice, Threat of Obsolescence.
Rising technological advancement and more discoveries is said to be responsible for the loss of some jobs, while others are believed to be under threat, including the accounting profession. In the face of this, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Northern Zone, is deliberating on how to make good use of the expanse opportunities in artificial intelligence in the accounting profession, rather than see it as an occupational threat.
As machines display all the above capabilities, that is, skills, method, processes, etc., of human beings, are Nigerian accountant ready to embrace the current dynamics in terms of technology in relation to their professional and practical work?
Lawal Ibrahim is the chairman of the Northern Zonal District of ICANN.
We need technology to support what we are doing for efficiency.
The artificial intelligence is such that will also help you design your ledger, your transaction.
Nigerian economy certainly will benefit from it. We have a small and medium practices committee in our institute that is devoted to looking at the technology requirements of this sector of our accounting practice.
With more discussions on artificial intelligence versus accountants, the body agreed not to see technology as a threat, but what can be utilized to provide better output. In Abuja, Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has applauded Governor Ibrahim Hassan Nkwambo of Gombe State for providing infrastructure that will meet the basic needs of the people of the state. The president was on a working visit to the state during which he commissioned several projects executed by the governor. Emmanuel Akila has the report.
On arrival to Gombe, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who represented President Muhammadu Buhari, commissioned the Gombe State City Gate, which is few meters from the Gombe International Airport. Still on the western part of Gombe is the Gombe International Conference Center, the first of its kind in northern Nigeria. The Petroleum Tankers Bay, Tumfre to International Conference Center Road, and Yemi Osinbajo Road are the projects commissioned by the Vice President from the Western Axis. In downtown Gombe, the H. Long Hassan Central Model Primary School, reconstructed by the Nkwambo administration, was also commissioned. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo commissioned the Women and Children Hospital Gombe, the facility that has been designed to accommodate large number of patients in view of the influx of internally displaced persons in the Northeast region. The Vice President also commissioned the Gombe State University College of Medical Sciences, among other projects.
Several of these projects are very crucial projects, very crucial development projects. And for that reason, I think we should commend His Excellency the Governor and the government of Gombe State for doing so much over the past 8 years or so. So I think it's very commendable, very, very commendable indeed.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who is accompanied by the Minister of Environment, Suleiman Hassan Zarma, and other government officials, have since returned to Abuja. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
Let's now join Dotun in Lagos for the latest on network news. Dotun, what is the mood in Lagos ahead of tomorrow's presidential and state inaugurations?
Cannot wait to see the administration, and Lagos residents are therefore set for a hitch-free celebration for the new administration. Ken Igbeluge, who visited the venue of the ceremony, reports that security and medical personnel are not leaving anything to chance.
This is Tafawa Balewa Square, the venue for the inauguration of the 15th governor of Lagos State, Governor-elect Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Men and women working around the clock to ensure a successful inauguration. Security personnel are stationed in every strategic positions, while medical personnel and fire servicemen are on the lookout.
To make it as glamorous as it can never be, we are even planning that the car parks are going to be manned by senior police officers. All the entrances are going to be manned by senior police officers. The police has been seriously mobilized.
We are very, very ready. We are going to be fully on ground tomorrow to do our part and make sure that everybody is safe. And in case of any eventualities, we are ready to evacuate or manage those that are manageable within these premises.
A drive through some major roads in the metropolis shows that Lagosians are ready for the inauguration. Some say they are hopeful for a greater Lagos as the next government assumes office.
We are very hopeful that it's going to perform, most especially because both of them have been in the service before, so they know what the people want.
Where they say mega city, they want to turn Lagos to mega city, would like it to be so.
Meanwhile, outgoing Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode has officially handed over to Governor-elect Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the State House. In Lagos, Ken Igbeluge, NTA News.
Entering the highly commercialized and ever-busy industrial area of Apapa is an intriguing experience for all categories of road users due to the endless queue of articulated vehicles. While there is an improvement in traffic build-ups on the roads to Apapa, not much has changed within Apapa itself. Paul Mukago has an update.
This is Wharf Road, Apapa. There is an impediment because of a broken down truck. However, from the Echo Bridge axis to this point, the traffic situation is encouraging.
Odafe Sakore is a businessman who plies this road regularly. Accessing the area from Ijoralokpa, Costain and other adjoining roads is an experience he described as an improvement. But traffic management within Apapa is still a nightmare for road users.
In Apapa here, no difference. But outside, during stadium, Pangru Fonipam, those vehicles were clear. But the main Apapa here, my 2 wharf, from my 2 to Second Rainbow, down, blocked. Ajegule is no go area.
The story is not different for these truck drivers who attributed the gridlock within the busy Apapa port area to a number of factors.
If you want to enter problem, if you want to come out problem,
What do they cause the problem?
many gates. Gate is too much for us.
Which kind of gates?
Gate for like police, last man, and something like that.
Some of the trailer they are get fault from the road, but government supposed to have something that it will help us to towing any motor that is spoiled for road.
NTA News observed quite a number of broken down trailers on the road. In Lagos, Paul Mukago, NTA News.
This is NTA Network News. More reports after this commercial break. Please stay tuned.
The chairman, 2019 Transition Committee, Sokoto State, His Excellency Alhaji Ahmad Muhammad Gusau, MFR, former State Deputy Governor, invites the good people of Sokoto State, friends and well-wishers of the state, to the second term swearing-in ceremony of a dynamic bridge builder and courageous peace advocate, Right Honorable Amin Waziri Tambol, CFR Mutawallan Sokoto, as Governor, and Honorable Manir Muhammad Dania as his deputy, which is scheduled to take place on the 29th of May 2019. Venue, Shehukan Square, Sokoto. Time, 10 a.m. Be part of this epochal event to ensure peaceful coexistence and societal reorientation in the seat of the Caliphate. Dr. Saleh Ibrahim, Chairman, Publicity Committee, Announcer.
Everybody's talking. In all the cities and all the streets, in all the places where people meet. From Niger to yonder, got you talking. You are the one that's falling to keep you talking. Yeah! Talking. We got people talking. We've got people talking. West from east to the west to the south. Everywhere they cover, they know the mouth.
With 5 times bonus to call all networks on every recharge, we get you talking.
Keep talking.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome to South Africa, your own personal playground.
Allow us to spoil and pamper you.
And delight you with our favorite local flavors. Allow us to show you the full VIP experience.
Allow us to indulge your shopping desires. And show you the places closest to our hearts.
Allow us to cater to your every need.
It takes a lot of people to make your holiday special. Fortunately, we have 54 million of them.
Are you a business owner struggling to find your way? Smithen is the answer. The Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria is here to help you succeed.
How?
Wow! Smeden gives you entrepreneurship training that will make your business grow big. It can create access to finance. Smeden can help you prepare a good feasibility study and link you up with the finance institutions that will fund your business. It can also create access to market through local and international trade fairs, opportunity fairs, and exhibitions. Smeden also organizes programs to identify innovative entrepreneurs and promote their business ideas.
Wow!
For further information, contact us at Plot 35, Port Harcourt Crescent, Area 11, Garaki, Abuja, or visit our website www.smeden.gov.ng or any of our state offices in the 36 states of the Federation.
What's up?
His friends didn't come.
Hey, let's practice.
But you're going out.
Don't worry about me.
Nothing satisfies a mother more than seeing a child grow up. But I know as he sweats, he'll face the risk of germs which can cause skin irritation.
That's why you need the new best ever Dettol Cool. Its new advanced formulation with extra menthol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs and gives your family icy cool freshness.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
Introducing the new Nivea Dry Impact and Dry Comfort Deodorant. Now with quick dry effect and longer lasting fragrance. Guaranteed to keep you feeling dry and fresh all day. Proven 48-hour protection and longer lasting fragrance from Nivea. Discover the new Nivea Dry Fresh Deodorants for longer lasting fresh fragrance.
The Nigerian national flag is a sacred national symbol. It is a mark of patriotism and a show of love for our nation to fly the national flag correctly, in the right colors, right dimension, and in the right sizes for each occasion. In recent times, it has been noticed that government offices, corporate organizations, banks, embassies, and other notable institutions fly faded, shredded, and haggard-looking versions of the national flag. This is wrong and must stop. It has also been noticed that some citizens prefer to popularize the national flag of other nations. Fellow countrymen and women, let us be patriotic. Come, let us show love for our motherland. Fly the correct versions of our national flag in all relevant places. Be patriotic. Be proud ambassadors of our great country.
This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
Welcome back from Lagos. We now join Suleiman in our Kaduna Network Center for more on NTA Network News. Hello, Suleiman.
And welcome to Kaduna. The imperative of strong political will by leaders towards driving purposeful developmental changes and overcoming recurring challenges of the environment is the thrust of the inaugural lecture preceding the inauguration of Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai of Kaduna State. Muhammad Umar Ajingi has the details.
The inaugural lecture is an agenda-setting drive in the tune with the open government policy of Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai's administration. Mr. Joe Abba, who delivered the inaugural lecture with the theme, Taking Society from Good to Great, the challenge of personal example, emphasized that accomplishing this task requires discipline, fiscal strength, fear of God, sincerity, and courage to take critical decisions and take responsibility for their consequences and challenges.
Well, everybody wants change, but nobody wants to change. We all want change, but many of us do not have an appetite for the difficult decisions required to bring about a better outcome for everyone.
Any leader who cannot demonstrate or exhibit a will has no business being a leader. Because your willpower is what will tell the people you are leading.
The governor thanked the people for their renewal of trust in him.
Many people give us credit for doing many things right, but we could not have done it without the support
of the legislature.
Then the governor visited General Hassan Usman Katsina House, where pictorial exhibitions of some of his achievements were put on display. Muhammad Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
The Nigerian Air Force has renewed commitment to development of information and communication technology in equipping young officers for better service delivery in contemporary soldiering. Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Sadiq Baba Abubakar revealed this at the inauguration of a center in his honor at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji. Benny Adams reports.
This gesture marks the accomplishment of an idea conceived, financed and completed by the Chief of Capacity Building, as Air Marshal Sadiq Baba Abubakar is fondly called. The center houses an electronic examination hall, a unique hall of fame, library, conference hall, a lounge and offices. Chief of Air Staff, represented by Chief of Policy and Plans, Air Vice Marshal Emmanuel Anebi, opines that effective command, staff and leadership trainings are key to the success of military operations.
To give that enabling environment for students of both the junior and senior course in the Air Armed Forces Command and Staff College to use information and communications technology to improve their skills and basically enhance their performance.
The chief commended management of the college for giant strides in ongoing efforts at attaining best practices. In Kaduna, Benny Adams, NTA News.
And that does it from Kaduna Network Center. Ugo Chukuka in our Benin Network Center is standing by for more reports on network news.
Welcome to Benin. The installation of 6 number signages on routes A121 Shagamu-Ijebu-Ode or Benin Highway has been completed, and beneficiaries attest to the relevance of the project executed by the present administration under the Route Assurance Initiative. The signs dot every 10 kilometers of the road stretching from Okada through Evenobo, Ofosu in Edo State down to Ore in Ondo State.
The sign, whether they give, is very good just to know where you there.
What they do, no party for inside. So God go help them. Where they do the one way part this one say.
As Okada they pass, motor they pass. People wait there like they pass, good. As they do them like this, very fine.
It is in line with the present administration's drive to entrench standard practice on the highway.
The contract was awarded in February with a commencement date of 27th February 2019 and the completion date of 27th March 2019.
A substantial amount of men and materials were locally sourced. Similar projects are run in other parts of the state.
To the bypass from the Aushi Road coming from Okene to Aushi to Ekboma to Benin, we're going to have this, and they have all been awarded.
These signs, including road markings, bringing attention to turns, steep hills, and others, create order and ensure safety of road users. The ongoing verification exercise by the Pensioners Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD, for those in the South-South zone has entered its second week. Steve Lonai-Nwokolo reports that the Executive Secretary, Sharon Ikazo, was in Benin, center of the zone, to interact with the pensioners for a smooth exercise.
Over the years, pensions administration had been a thorny issue with serial complaints, including funds misappropriation. The Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD, was established in 2013 to correct the problems and put to an end challenges faced by pensioners. The ongoing pension verification exercise, which began last week in Benin City, had some rough edges. It is against this background that the Executive Secretary of PTAD is in Benin City to address the challenges.
Today, the Chief Executive, that's the Secretary of PTAD, had scheduled us, and by on 29, we beat the turn of all the people in Benin. So I think I'm quite happy about that.
We pray that Nigeria will move the next level and use data to verify this exercise.
Petard says the verification exercise will result in savings for the federal government as only genuine pensioners will be captured and uploaded on Petard's secure database.
They never need to come out again for verifications, and this way as well, government will know the actual liability on its pensions payroll.
These savings will be used to clear the backlog of pension arrears and ensure ineligible pensioners and deceased ones are removed from the monthly pension payroll. In Benin, Steve Lonai, Waokolo, NTA News.
The news continues in a moment. Please stay tuned.
Many years of decline in national infrastructure development are now giving way to steady growth. What is giving rise to these improvements? Find out on NTA Tuesday Live this week. Tuesday Live promises to be incisive and educating. Join us.
You're welcome, my future in-law.
Thank you, sir.
We have seen what you brought. Are the assorted drinks complete?
Yes, it's complete.
What about the Hollandaise? Are they complete?
Yes, it's complete. Confirmed. Ezibogo.
And now for the most important item. Your retire well pension account number. Listen! You think I will allow you to toy with the future of my daughter and the children? This union can hold.
Making a move to secure your future is the perfect game plan. If you're self-employed, start a retire well plan to stay able for life.
Please, sir, give me a little time to get all those things.
Sorry.
I can also get...
Take this number now.
Okay, sir.
01-271-6000. Very simple.
Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Milo Ready to Drink with Active Go is made with the natural goodness of milk, malt and cocoa with essential vitamins and minerals, so you can pack the winning energy of Milo into your lunchbox to make sure your jump is always ready to keep winning every day. Milo, the energy food drink of future champions.
Introducing the new Nivea Dry Impact and Dry Comfort deodorants. Now with quick dry effect and longer lasting fragrance. Guaranteed to keep you feeling dry and fresh all day. Proven 48-hour protection and longer lasting fragrance from Nivea. Discover the new Nivea Dry Fresh deodorants for longer lasting fresh fragrance.
Getting around heartburn and indigestion can be tricky if you eat too much. Eat food that is too spicy or greasy, or lie down after eating. Heartburn and indigestion could always be around the corner. When they come, be prepared with Gaviscon Double Action. It works within 3 minutes and lasts up to 4 hours. Gaviscon Double Action. Many causes, one solution.
And that concludes NTA Network News for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.